Hello guys, how are we doing today? Thanks for joining another Getting Results Hangout. And if you haven't been here before, let me show you around so you can take full advantage of the Hangout here and everything that we have to offer. So let me go ahead and screen share. Still have a little bit of a cold. If you seen my note from last week, I got really deathly sick, couldn't talk, and I'm a little better today, lots better actually, and I may sniffle a little bit, so just have to deal with that. All right, so let's go ahead and screen share. Share. Let's go there. Hide that. All right. So if you happen to be on YouTube watching this live, or if you are in the week between 8/27 and I guess it would be the 4th of September, you can actually go to this page, excuse me, and watch it live. You know what? You can watch it here, or you can watch it on YouTube. Doesn't really matter to me. But if you want anything from the actual page here that we're going to talk about, you may want to come over and see it. If you're, if it's after the point, because this video will be up for a while, then it's no problem. You can watch the video where you're at YouTube and turn around and come to the page. Here it's always going to be up. I use this as my Hangout every week, so the Hangout is on there for a week, and then it gets replaced by the next week's Hangout. And let me go ahead. Now, if you want, you can comment here. Hey Debbie, how you doing? And there's special tools and special services that I use that if you're just getting started, you may want to check out. I've been using most of these things for 3 or 4 years, some of them for 2, but I didn't put anything up here I haven't used and thought was a really good service that that other people would get great service from. You can go to this landing page creator. It is actually a bunch of information about landing pages, why you should use different landing pages, and it is actually a tool too. And then we have the 3 buttons here. These are information that I give you guys for extra value for the Hangout. And for, whatever you're doing. If you're marketing, you want to go with this easy way to 10K. It's a marketing materials. Total domination engineering is about traffic and marketing. And super affiliate is, how to be a super affiliate, plus how to get, some serious traffic. And all these services and all these buttons here are something that I actually own myself, or I use, and that's how I work, guys. So I'm straightforward. If you want to try them out, you're going to get a lot of value here with these buttons here. Every one of them has value content that's going to help you with your business. If you have just joined us and you want to see some of our old Hangouts, you can come and join the group, or you can come down here and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and you can go from there. All right, that way you won't miss any of our Hangouts from this point on. All right, so today the topic is about email verification. Now, I'm not a professional on this. I'm just sharing you with what I've learned this week and some things that I noticed on my autoresponder, which I was going to show you how to optimize it. That was one of the things I was going to show you, but I can't do it because of people's information in there. There's no way for me to hide it that I know of on a Hangout. If you really have to have that information, maybe I can do a short video and put it up on YouTube for you. I was planning on doing it, and I went to set it all up so I could just go right to it and take care of it. But and then I noticed all the people's names and all the people's emails, and I can't give that information out. I will tell you how to do it if if like you're in Get Response, maybe you could follow along. But I can't show it to you. All right, let me see what's going on here. Okay, she's on. All right. Making sure I was up and running, and make sure the volume, the volume's there. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. So today we're going to talk about email verification, why you should look into it, and the different ways that you can use it. I'm going to show you how to clean your list. I'm going to probably have to tell you because that's probably going to fall into the same category as going to what I was going to show you, how to optimize your list. So that's the next thing, how to optimize your list. Now I will tell you how to do that, and I'm pretty sure what's going on here. Is there a problem? Okay, is there a problem, Debbie? It looks like it's like going in and out. If there is, Skype me or something, If you Skype me, then I'll know. If there's no problem, don't worry about it then. So, I see it again. I think it's working. So anyway, then I'm going to share with you some results with, from what I did with my list, cleaning from the service I'm using now. Excuse me, I'm not here to sell you the service. I'm not here to sell you any services or, have you buy any services or anything. I'll share the one that I'm using, and, that's it. It's no, I'm not here trying to do that. I'm just trying to help you understand a little bit more about your email list. Okay. So let's go ahead and get started. Let's talk about the email verification. Now, I didn't know too much about this until here recently, but if you've ever had your account, your like Aweber or Get Response account shut down for too many hard hits on it, where people have put in a bunch of garbage in your email, or maybe you've gone to some of these solo ad places and maybe you've gone to some of these solo ad places and you've seen me, and seen me, and you bought clicks and stuff. Let me make sure this is running good. Okay, she can see me. So maybe you bought, clicks or something. Let me go ahead. I don't really need to have the screen share on. Stop sharing. All right, so maybe you've had, people, you don't know where you're buying some of these solo ads and who's doing what, especially right now. We're learning, I'm from High Traffic Academy, and we're learning more and more that there's more and more shenanigans going on. And I'm not going to point nobody out or nothing, but we've noticed like people are starting to target some of the big places like, HDA, iPass, and Empower, and places like that. And they want some high dollar, and they're sending scripts and bots and stuff like that, that kind of traffic. But you're paying high price, you're paying premium price for something. Or what they'll do is, say you get 1,000 clicks, they'll give you 200 good clicks, and then the rest crap. So your email list, it gets a bunch of stuff that let's say people are putting in emails that don't exist. If you don't have it set up right, you can basically do a dishonest thing and go 1, 2, 3 and put a Gmail something in there or something, and the email will go through. And all the people are trying to do is get whatever you're trying to give them for free. As a marketer, I'm always giving some kind of value. You hit a button of mine, it's generally going to some kind of value. It may go to an opt-in page first, so I can collect a lead, and that's generally how things work. And then it goes to value straight away. It just, I don't never send anybody straight to an offer. So it goes straight to some kind of value. So that's what they're after. So that's all they're after. They're really after, they're not really wanting to buy nothing, and they just want the value. Guys, come on, guys. If you're listening to this, just put your email in. Get the value. If you don't like, what goes on there, unsubscribe. It's that easy. Put a good email in. Be honest with people. There's so many shenanigans going on here that, it's getting hard to deal with people, really. So this is going to help you out. This email verification, you can put this on your landing page or pages, like I always tell you. And there's a script that goes up top, and there's another little piece that goes in, let's see, in around your autoresponder, and they'll show you how to do that. So when that happens, if somebody puts in a fake email, they don't get in. They have to put a good email in. So that'll solve some of that problem. Plus, when they do put a good email in, it goes through the system in seconds. I mean, it's so quick. It goes through the systems in seconds. And what I'm talking about, the system, is an email verification system. It's a service, all right, guys? So what happens is it tells you if it's a good email, if it's good or if it's invalid. And well, let me shoot over to the stat thing real quick. Let's see. Go full screen, share, because the stat thing will really, show us. I can't remember them all, guys, so that's why. All right, so it's going to show you if it's valid, invalid, unknown, which I don't know what that is yet, so don't worry about it. It's just something that you just don't want, I guess. Disposable, which is if it's what they're calling about it, the disposable email is if, like I said, if somebody goes 123gmail.com and it goes through, that's basically a disposable email. Or if somebody, excuse me, if somebody sets up an email just for, basically, opt-in pages or something. They never go there. Their e-box is full, and they never use it other than for, getting these free things. Now, high risk is going to also look at that. High risk is somebody that's, scammed somebody before, and I really don't know all the the differences there. Now, here's another one, guys, a really big one, and you might want to start watching out for this. Complainers. All right, you get a lot of complainers. And what this is if they complain for, say they opted into 10 things and they complain to 9, they are a complainer, and they're on a certain list in the internet as a complainer. So what's going to happen to these people, because I think this email verification thing is going to start really coming through, and it's going to get a lot bigger, because people are they're just doing shenanigans, so you have to protect yourself somehow. And it's for the price, it's like cheap, really super cheap. You can see the cost there. Now, this is, I wanted to go through my list. This is one of my lists that I did the other day, and it cost me $19.95 to do 3823 plus, all the bad ones there. All right. So it was probably pretty close to $3,900. I don't know. But anyway, it cost me $19 to check my list and make my autoresponder better. When I send out emails, I get a better open rate because I don't have all this, all these bad emails and stuff. What that is it comes back. When it comes back to get response, say these invalid, all 167 of them come back, the autoresponder services don't like that, and they can shut your system down. If you get too many of those, or you get too many hard bounces or soft bounces, I guess they say that's not a big deal. But the hard bounces, they are really strict about that. And what they'll do is they'll take you off of a premium IP address and put you on the bottom IP address where everybody else is just screwing up. So your email send rate might not be as good either now, because the IP isn't that great, and that's what they have to do because you're not following the rules. And as a marketer, I mean, you're really not into autoresponders that much as far as what they really want. You're trying to make money or figure this stuff out. So it's something that that's why I'm bringing this up, just to give you a little value, little advice on it, and something to think about when you're dealing with these people, especially if you're getting like solo ads and stuff. You want to either, if you don't have it on your landing page, you can do a bulk like I did with this. What I did is I set my list up. Okay, I have so many lists. Well, let me finish this real quick. So if you're a complainer, what's going to happen to you is you'll be on a list. And if you do want something, say, there's a product and you really want it, and you finally figured out that, maybe it was your problem that you were always complaining, because I don't understand why you're complaining. There's no reason. All you have to do is unsubscribe to somebody's list and you're out. You don't have to complain. Most of the time when people complain, it's like I have lists that are, heck, some of the people on there are four years, been with me for 4 years. That's how long I've been doing this. So, they forget what they even signed up for. Like I had one yesterday complain, and they said that they never signed up for it. Well, guys, I don't go out and just, get people's people's email and put it in my list. I don't do that. I probably have a record of them, somewhere on my autoresponder that says yes, they did, and what list it was. So I'm good. I have no problem. But they're complaining that they can't remember. Basically, it's they can't remember that they signed up. So if you're like that, guys, just don't complain. Just if you don't want to be on that list or you don't want to be with that person, just unsubscribe. And lately I've been putting that at the bottom of my email. If you can't remember me, because like I said, I got people on there that are years and years and years. I tell them a little bit about myself, and maybe what list they might have. Make money. I only do a few things, make money type of affiliate marketing, material or traffic material, and the landing page creator. That's basically what I do. They all, they may be different angles and stuff, because I have like several different lists, and they may be different angles because as a marketer, especially when you're, years ago, I was trying every little thing that I could figure out to try to figure this thing out, because I didn't have any help. 2 years ago, or about 2 years ago, there was no help on the internet. It was like these marketers would just give you little pieces of the puzzle, and then you try to put them all together, and they never knew. It just seemed like they never gave you the whole complete thing. And until I met this guy, with the traffic course, and he seemed to be straightforward, and he shared a lot of information with us, which was a heck. I was ready to quit before I joined that, because I was tired of all the get this piece, get that piece, and try to put it all together type thing. It just didn't. It was it was pissing me off, really. But anyway. So that's what I did. I joined him, and if you're a complainer, I think sooner or later, what you have to do, really, you'll have to get rid of that email that that you're noticed as a complainer, and I think you could probably get a new email maybe and use that. But just don't complain. Just unsubscribe. It's just that easy. The only time to really complain is when people do that, and generally you can't complain because there's nowhere to complain to. But I've been getting people that, I guess they're getting my email from different things that I do online or whatever. I don't know. I put my email in my email so they could get it from there, and they send me stuff all the time, and there's no unsubscribe at the bottom. It comes through Gmail, and that pisses me off, because they're not supposed to be able to do that. There's a law that says they're not supposed to do that, and they're from other countries and stuff, so maybe they can get away with it or whatever. But that's a complaint there. That's why you would have to complain if somebody is doing something like that. I never signed up for that, because I never signed up for anything with that Gmail account, so I know that I didn't sign up for it. So anyway, if you're a complainer, please, do yourself a favor and just unsubscribe, and, go from there. So I think I ran off on a. So how do you clean your list? Well, on this particular system, is you come over here on reports, dashboard. You come down here. Now, there's other things that you can, give verification on, addresses and phone numbers. I don't do any of this stuff. I'm just in for the email. But there's other things that you can actually, activate in these accounts and stuff. But like I said, I don't do that. So what you do is you come down here, and it says upload. It says recent batch uploads. Well, I did a whole bunch of them. And here's what I did. Let's start off with the process. So I went to I get response. I went to get response, and I went into contacts. I went down and did all contacts and got the list up. And then at the top, it gives you a place where you can just pick each different one and then hit search, and that particular list will come up. Well, like I said, I have make money and I have traffic, and then the other one I didn't have to do anything with because it's just, that's just all by itself. So, but I had like, I probably had 20 different make money make money little funnels and different, angles and stuff. And they're on blogs and they're on, all kinds of stuff. And, they're still all activated too, but I don't use them much, and I don't generally get too much activity on them. But it was funny. I cleaned all the list and I got activity on 2 or 3 of them the other day. It was like, what the heck? But anyway, so what I did is I got these little, maybe they had 78 people in, maybe they had 100 people, maybe they had 5 people, whatever the case may be. I would go down, at the bottom on the left-hand side, you can scroll all the way down and hit 500. It depends on how many's in there. If there's only 78, you just hit 100, or, it breaks it down. But they only have 10 on the page, so you have to go down if there's a larger amount and hit, a larger amount. So that's the first thing you do. Then you come back up to the top, and you'll see all the little boxes going, down the thing. And there's one at the top that you can pick, and it does all the boxes, if you pick that box. Then you go back down to the bottom where the boxes are, and there's a little pointer there, and you can click that, and it'll drop down, and you can say move campaign. And when you click it, it'll bring up a box, and it says, what campaign do you want to move it to? So you pick whatever campaign you want all your little, little ones going into, because they're all basically the same thing. Even though it was a different list, if those people are done with, the emails that you had pre-set up, then they're ready to go into this list. May as well keep them all together. It makes it really super nice when you're sending out emails to the people, and you don't have to figure out what campaigns you want to go in. They're all in the campaigns that you want them to go into. All right. So once that's done, once you get all the ones in that you want to get into the different groups that you have, then you're ready to go ahead and do the bulk. And what you want to do is basically the same thing, except on the no, you don't even have to do that, but you do have to do the 500 depending on how many you have on your list. But what you do is you go to the left-hand side, and you'll see, I think it's a button that says search and action. You hit the action button, and at the bottom of that, it kind of drops down, and you'll see export. So you want to export that list. You want to pick that list, at the top, there's a place where, I was telling you before, it has all the lists that you have. You want to just pick that particular list. If not, you're gonna export the whole thing, and it's easier to put it back into the list. When you import it back, to keep them separated. But that's why I just did one big list of make money, one big list of traffic, and it made it easier. Now, guys, I did some of them separate because I was just trying this thing out, and I was new to it, and I didn't want to do one big giant thing right away. So that's what I did. And if you do them separately, you can still go back, at the end, after they're all done, you put them all back, you can still go back and say, okay, I want to move them all here now. You can still do that. But what you want to do is export it. That's going to put it on your computer, and then you're going to come over here and you're going to say upload. You're going to hit your browser, and let's see if I can find one real quick that I already did. All right, so these ones right here are already done. So what happens is you put one in, say like this one. I would put that in and then hit run. I think you have to put a file name here and then hit submit. Once you do that, then it takes a couple minutes and you have to refresh really to get it. And as long as the list ain't like 100,000, if it's like I had some that were 3 and 83 and stuff like that, then it will take no time at all. So once you get it, it's going to look like this. All right, and right here is your valid. If it's valid or if it's invalid, and that's what you're after. So once you figure this out, you come in here, and I don't have any that's invalid. So what you do is come up here and hit find. You have to have Excel, to do this, or some kind of Office thing. So then you put invalid. That's what you want to find, and then it goes and finds it. And then you want to hit Control A and then close. All right, you close that out. What that'll do is that'll highlight all the invalids. You come over here, you side click on the invalid, which this one isn't, and excuse me, I gotta get some water. All right, so you hit the one that says invalid, you side click and hit delete, and then a little box will come up and it'll say whatever. But what you want to put is you want to push the little button that says the whole row. You want to get rid of the whole row. So once you do that, it'll take all the invalids out, and you just go down through and make sure that they are all gone. All right. So that's how that is. And when it comes back to you, it's going to look like this. It's going to give you a date. This one right here, maybe. It's going to give a date, and whatever you put in there as the list name. And then you can just take this, go back up to your get response, go back up to where it says search contacts and whatever, drop that box down, and you'll see one that says import. Then you go there and you import the file from your computer. Make sure it's the right one too, because there'll be two of them. There'll be one that you exported, and then there'll be one that comes from this particular thing. And I forgot to say, you have to download it right here. Oh shoot, I downloaded it. I didn't do that. That's what's going to happen when you hit download, and then it'll put a file on your computer. And if you want to see, what the stats are, you could just click on view stats, and see, you can tell I lost 2 there. So that wasn't too bad. Here's another one. Didn't lose any on that one. That was pretty good. And that was an old list too. That was probably 3 years old. So that's pretty good. That's pretty good that they actually stay that long too, huh, guys? So that's exactly how you do it. It's that easy once you put it back. Now, I will tell you, when I put some of them back, it said that say I was putting 340 back, sometimes it would only say 338. It would take a couple more out, That's because something about get response says, okay, we don't like this person for some reason, so they actually took a couple more out. Another thing, guys, that I found out, when you go moving your lists around like that, you're going to find out that, let's see, I'll share with you what I found out. I found out that there was at least 150 names that were duplicates on my autoresponder from these different, campaigns that I did. All right. And some of them are me. When I'm trying out my landing page, I forgot to go take it off, take my email out of there or whatever. So I may have lost another 150, but they really weren't lost. I was paying for 150 people that, were already on my list, and, all the stuff that I did myself. So that's something else you may think about, because, there's people, especially if you're using solo ad type, business, even big, I mean, the same person could go on there every day and click different things that you may have, changed, or you may have different campaigns running. They could be on your same list, the same list or different lists, different campaigns or whatever. And, you wouldn't know it really, because unless you go through your names all the time, which I don't have time to do that. So that's something else that, putting everybody in these different lists that are the same, say you have 15 different money making, funnels, and I put, basically what I did is I took all 15 and put them into one, or 14 and put them into one. All right. And then when I did that, I found out that, hey, I got 150 people that, were on other lists that I already had. And I know one guy, he was on like 5 different lists. I was surprised. So, that's going to save you money there. So let me see here. So, moving your list together and stuff, that's kind of like optimizing it. And what I'm, that's exactly what I'm talking about, is you're going to make sure that, there's not other people, the same people on other lists for the same particular, make money type thing. Basically what I did is, when I send something out for a make money thing, it goes out to all the make money people. It doesn't matter what list they're on. Maybe I brought them in for a Facebook thing, but it still was a make money, how to make money on Facebook, or how to make money on YouTube. All those still combine together. All right, I'm having a little trouble with my throat because still have this cold. I thought I had rid of it this morning. I was pretty clear this morning, and then it just keeps coming back. So that's how you clean your list. That's how you optimize your list. I already shared my results with you, and we talked a little bit about the verification. Now, I didn't show you how you put the thing on the landing page, and then really that's not that hard. You put the script in the header part of the landing page. If you have like a landing page creator, you can just put it in the header section. Usually they have a place somewhere where you can put it in the header. Now, I'm having a problem with, the landing page creator that I have. The code, let's see if I can pull this code up. Okay. Where is it? Sorry, I'm trying to find something. Huh. Here it is. So there's a spot. I don't know if you guys can see this. There's a spot that says pretty much this right here. All right, it says input type equal text, and you really got to look for it, but it's right around the where your opt-in form is, and it's actually whatever you kind of put. The button says, it says please enter an email. You can see that right here. Please enter an email. All right, now there's you can find this fairly easy. I found it on my page, and what they want you to do is change it to this. And what it does is it puts X verify email in there. Now I can't actually go into my HTML, so I am on Skype. I've set up a meeting with the guy that actually codes the stuff for Profit Builder. So I'm going to try to figure a way in, because I want this setup. Now, I didn't talk about the price of the thing. I think it's a penny per check, but I have High Traffic Academy, and we always get special deals because we're huge. We're all about traffic, and we're when these guys they actually all know people. This is the data guy. We're going to actually learn about how to get data, so we don't have to go to solo ads, and we don't have to go to those other places. So we can just get data, scrub the data, find out what the data is about. I don't really know too much about this, because this is something new to me, but the idea is we can get the data, scrub the data. What I'm talking about scrubbing is cleaning it, making sure that because when you get data, sometimes everything depends on the people that you get it from, really. But if you get it for somebody and say it's 3 years old, and I'm not sure, but if it was, then you would want to scrub those emails before you sent anything out to them people. And that goes through some kind of a bulk emailer. I don't think it actually goes through your emailer. And then what happens is, if they opt in, then it goes into your email. But this guy knows people, and he this is the first step, is to get everything verified, have a way to do it, get the tools to do it. And that's why we got this. And we pay like I think it's a half cent, but you can look at I did, what did I do, 38. Let me find my reports. I did 38.23 plus 167, 1, 3, 1, and 17 for $20. And the only reason that you would accumulate that many at one time is if you were running a great campaign, or if you did a bulk, like I did with my lists. And to tell you the truth, I lost a little over 350 people off my list, which saves me money in a way, and it makes my list a heck of a lot better. Because everything's cleaned up, and like I said, when I put some of them back in, a get response went ahead and cleaned up a little more. So I feel my list is pretty decent now, and I did a couple email, sent some emails out to the people, and I got quite a few soft bounces, but no hard bounces. Nothing came back to anybody, so I was pretty happy about that. Now, like I said, I really don't know what, I know hard bounces are bad and soft bounces aren't too bad, but I really don't know too much about that, what actually that occurs into. But, I talked to some of the people at this place, Verify, and I said, what, she told me, she says soft bounces, and they don't really look at too much, but hard bounces, and when they get returned back to your service, they do not like that, and you're going to end up getting on the worst. I'm probably on a bad one right now because I never knew this stuff. That's why I'm trying to tell you guys. I really never knew nothing about it, and I never knew there was a way to even fix it or anything. So it's pretty easy to do. It doesn't cost a whole lot. If you put this thing on your landing page and you get, say you did 500 clicks, it's probably, I don't know, it's going to cost you $5. If it's a penny a piece, I'm paying less than that. But if it's a penny a piece, it's $5 to check your email, and to tell you what, you can actually see, if that, say it's a solo ad provider, if you get a whole bunch of invalids, you're going to say, hey, I got all these invalids and I can prove it to you, and you can just, either talk to the solar ad provider and say, hey, I need to get, 167 more clicks because these guys are invalid and I can prove it to you. So that's going to save you money too. That extra $5 could save you, 167 clicks. So, especially if you say they're all disposable or something, then you could say, hey, I got 167 disposable clicks, meaning that those emails aren't no good. Are you going to do anything about it? So you have some advantages there. You have some leverage to come back to, because you could take a screenshot of this and say, hey, this is your campaign, and I just want you to know that I had 167 disposables. Are you going to do anything about it? And if he says no, guess what? You don't use that guy no more. You can, we're building us a blacklist, for all these people, because we've noticed a lot of people are doing shenanigans with these lists, like I told you in the beginning. So, we don't want this to happen to us. And pretty soon, when we get through that data, the actual data course, and we got a PPC course coming up. Those two things, we ain't going to need no solo ads. We're not going to need any of that kind of traffic, And it used to be good, People, you go out and use somebody else's list, and basically that's, what a solo ad is. If you don't know, you're using somebody else's list, and it used to be really good, but people are getting greedy, and they're just not. I don't know. They're not being honest. The best thing you can do as a marketer, is to be honest. Really, I mean, I got an email the other day, and it was actually yesterday, and the girl said, I don't think you're completely honest with me. And I'm like, I am. I can't remember. She didn't say that, but she said something, and it was out there, and I wrote her this long, letter, and I told her, I said, you know what? I'm honest. If you knew me, you wouldn't even say what you said, because I'm the kind of person that nobody wants to be there. I tell you the truth. Like if you're my friend and you're doing something stupid, I'm going to tell you. I'm not one of the people that you know, like, I don't want to hurt your feelings. I'm the opposite. I'm the one I'm gonna hurt your feelings. You know what I'm saying? We used to have like family things, you know, and I'm honest. You know, I used to be, when I was a kid, I got caught at so many things, you know, doing so many things wrong. I just said one day, I just said to myself, I'm never telling a lie again, you know, and it kind of hurt me, you know, like when I was meeting girls and stuff, they would, you know, they would have these boyfriends that would actually go out with other girls, and they knew it, I guess. And I'd say, you know, he's going out with some girl tonight, and they were like, no. I said, yeah. I says, but whatever, you know. I tell them the truth, and sometimes, you know, when I tell people the truth, I don't actually mean it in a bad way or a mean way, but they actually take it that way. So I really got to watch what I'm saying when I'm out. But guys, this is something that, you know, you think about it, really. I mean, it doesn't cost hardly anything. The only thing that was, you know, upsetting to a lot of our members was you had to have a website email. You couldn't have a Gmail. You couldn't have like a Yahoo, because I guess they had people that ran up bills with these Gmail accounts and stuff, and, you know, they didn't pay them. So all they want is, like, if you have a website, you can get an email from that website. Like I have one that's Better Future Ahead. So, you know, I use that one. And that was the only drawback. Setting it up didn't cost a thing. It doesn't cost a thing until you put, you know, some emails through it. And like I say, when you do, say you put $500, that could save you money. I think you really like this, and I think it's going to be getting bigger every single day. Not every single day. I think it's going to get bigger, you know, with marketers and, you know, network marketers and stuff, because, you know, people, like I said, people are taking, you know, shenanigans, and this is a good way to stop that. So let me back here. All right. So guys, that's all I have today. I really appreciate you for hanging out. Oh shoot, let me go, let me check, make sure there ain't no questions. Gave you a lot of information today. If you got any questions, let me know. You good, Debbie? You know, you got this? I want to make sure there's no questions today. Okay, while I'm waiting, guys, check these buttons out. There's a ton of good information. If you're, you know, any kind of marketer, there's marketing material at the Easy Way to 10K. There's traffic material at Total Domination Engineering, and the same thing goes to be a super affiliate. You know, gives you an idea what it takes, and, you know, basically that's a traffic course too. And, you know, we were on a meeting last night, and High Traffic Academy is really gonna turn around. We've you know, the company has opened its eyes and said, hey, these things aren't working, and we're going to change things right away, and, you know, we're going to move forward with a better solution. So guys, we have, with High Traffic Academy, we have faculty members, all right, that work for other big giant corporations. Like one guy works for Coca-Cola, one guy has a 20.com, businesses and the millions, and I don't even know how much he makes, but he has different companies that actually work with some of the other bigger companies. So the guy that's doing the PPC course, he took a $200 product, all right, that wasn't hardly making any money, and send it and put his tweaks and everything, and put it through Google and Bing and Yahoo. And when he did that, the first year I think they made like 90,000. The second year it was close to $1.5 million or something like that. They doubled. I think it was 18 like uh, 1,800,000 or something like that, 800,000. And then the next year they doubled that, and it was like into the 300 million. And now it's 6 million. In the $6 million range is the projection. The year's not over yet, but they're pretty close to getting $6 million on a $200 product. Can you believe that, guys? So things are really changing with High Traffic Academy. There's still the core stuff there, but the data, learning about data, and how to get it and what to do with it, and everything that's going to change the way we're doing business as far as HDA. We are going to be super affiliates, and if you want to be a super affiliate, if you want to, you don't have to be in what we're doing. You don't have to sell High Traffic Academy. I do, because I really believe in the product. So I want everybody that's in business to get the information they need to make their business greater. And you can have any business you want. If you're in network marketing, or if you're just selling a TV or whatever, a bunch of TVs, or whatever you do, this is going to seriously help your business. So let me check these comments. Okay, she looks like she's good, and everybody else, nobody else put nothing down, so I guess we're good. And I appreciate you guys for showing up here today and showing up every week. And I'll see you next week. All right, guys. I will see you next week. Same time, same place.